Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines building Navi Mumbai. I'm very sorry, first of all, I'm very sorry. The upload frequency has gone pretty down. Uh, it's the finals week and I was pretty sick in between and I could not manage the time to post the videos. Enough of excuses, but I'll try to keep up with the frequency and I'll post videos sooner than it was before, and we will be completing the Navi Mumbai map as soon as possible. So having said that, let's begin this video. As you can see, we'll be having another time-lapsed one today, and in this one I am setting up the residential area in the Sanpada region. Now, I've been talking about setting up the industrial zone behind the hills, which I had discussed in the previous episodes, but I'm not going with the plan right now because there is no requirements for the industrial zones. So as you can see on the screen, the yellow residential zone demand is sky high, and that is why we need to build the residence first, and then only we will be having our industrial demand. So in this episode I fixed some railway tracks, and the railway was off the map, so I fixed it. And hey, at the end of the video you can see we reach a thousand population. So that's a landmark. That's a landmark for us. That's a milestone. I meant that's a milestone for us. And yeah. So having said that, you can see that the building process has already begun, and in this episode we'll be setting up some police stations, some fire stations, crematorium, cemetery, and the garbage disposal, the incineration, and also some leisure parks, so that we can have our land value go up. So that's how the game works. The more variables you put in the game, the more leisure variable, that is what you got, the leisure parks and playgrounds. If you put the area of the land, the land value of that place goes up. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm building up I'm placing the connections in Sanpada region, and I'm going to zone that area with the residential zone because the demand for residence is too much, and eventually we'll be going to the industries. But before that, if you remember in the last episode, I have not yet placed the connection. I've not yet placed the connection with the highway, if you could see above in the previous episode. Anyways, we'll come back to it later. That's not the main concern right now. The concern is to set up the industrial zone. Now, the reason I'm using Sanpada is because it is near to Nerul, and Nerul is our downtown. So my plan to do what I'm going to do is, in Sanpada there will be low density residential zones, and in Nerul there will be high density residential zone because it's going to be my downtown. So there should be a smooth transition from low density to high density. That's what I'm planning to do. So even as you can see, when I'm zoning, I'm not clustering everything together. I'm leaving some spaces because I don't want it to be congested. Well, not there exactly, but somewhat I don't want it to be congested. So because the more buildings I'm gonna place, the more traffic's gonna be there, and we're gonna manage it. I'm keep on saying about traffic, but I know we haven't faced any traffic issues right now, but I know eventually we are going to face, because once the city is up and running and the high density buildings are in, it's going to create a lot of problems. So yeah, while expanding the city, I've also set up the water, and we need water, of course, and that's how you expand the city. You gotta keep checking the variables. If it's gonna the consumption has gone above the production or not, we gotta keep an eye on that. I'll explain it to you later in this video why. So as you can see, I'm placing all the educational centers and the fire departments over here. And there's the fire. Come on, guys. So enjoy the cinematic view, guys. Look at our city expanding. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. I love this. The game, I've already talked about the physics of the game. It's awesome. So Navi Mumbai is expanding, and while it was expanding, eventually, of course, the electricity production went the electricity consumption went over the electricity production. So yeah, I have placed some more hydro turbines, if that's what it's called. I forgot what it is. So some more hydro turbines, and the electricity consumption has gone up, and that's what you have to check. You have to keep checking all the variables, because people need to be happy, and then only there will be more people coming in. So as you can see, we have reached the 1,000 population for our city, and that's a great milestone. So in this, we can call this a highlight of this episode, right? Well, good for us. Then well, that will be all for this episode, I guess, because this is a quick episode, a time-lapsed one, and I think I'm gonna post some more videos like this, so that there will be content out, and I'll be able to manage with my studies. We study. So having said that, let's end this episode here. Eventually we'll be expanding the city to beside the hill, on the other side of the hill. And when we'll be building that, we'll be getting the mass transit, because that's gonna help us a lot with the transportation. And I'll show you in the future episodes. I have a really great plan with this city, and I hope you stay with me. And to all the people who have been constantly commenting on the video, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're new, man. What are you thinking? I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace out.